apologise, condemn the comments and sack the individual in his parties. Will he do so?
Nigel Farage.
Now, did Nigel Farage really apologise? Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? But this is a very interesting part of yesterday's PMQs where Labour MP for Putney, Fleur Anderson, asked this question.
Mr Speaker, given the recent challenges to the Equality Act, will the Prime Minister commit to protecting those laws which prevent discrimination at work and in society, making sure that women aren't fired for being pregnant and ensuring that everyone is treated fairly, regardless of their sex, race or disability?
Now, I have a feeling this was a question squeezed in for Fleur Anderson by the whips, maybe. Who knows us? Possibly the Prime Minister himself? I don't know. For two reasons, really, and I'll explain why later.
Mr Speaker, I'm proud of the Equality Act that was passed by the last Labour government. We will always fight for working people, and compare that to Reform, who want to go back to the dark days where people can be discriminated against because of who they are, ripping up protections for workers and renters, and ending the right for grieving parents to take a few days off work if the worst should ever happen to their child. But, Mr Speaker, I also have to raise this. A death threat was shared by Reform's Deputy Council leader in Lancashire against the brilliant member for Bolsover. It said she should be shot. When death threats were made against the member for Clacton, I stood at this dispatch box and condemned them outright. If he has any decency or backbone, he will stand up, apologise, condemn the comments and sack the individual in his parties. Will he do so?
Nigel Farage.
Yes, the first reason why I think she was given that question on purpose was because under a Reform UK government, if they won the next general election, they've explicitly said that they would repeal the Equalities Act, the Employment Rights Bill, as well as the Renters' Rights Bill. And number two, because Nigel Farage was going to ask his pointless question. But did he apologise and say that he was going to take the appropriate action?
Thank you, Mr Speaker. At the age of 14, Michel Mandarin was forcibly removed from his home, the coral atoll of Ile-de-Quoi, dumped on the quayside in Mauritius, forced to live on food scraps out of bins. He has resettled those islands and yet now faces a removal order from yet another Labour government. So maybe twice in one lifetime, he's going to be asked to leave his homeland. Can I ask the Prime Minister, for a government that is full of human rights lawyers, within and without, why do the opinions and human rights of indigenous Chagossians not matter to him at all?
Prime Minister.
So he has neither the decency nor the backbone to condemn a death threat to a member of this House, whichever party they are in. He doesn't have the decency or the backbone to condemn it and to sack the individual. And that just shows that his party have got nothing to offer the country but grievance and division. Look at their candidate in Gorton and Denton, a man who says anyone who isn't white cannot be English. No wonder he's been endorsed by Tommy Robinson. It doesn't represent our country, and anybody who wants to stand against that hatred and division should vote Labour on Thursday tomorrow in Gorton and Denton.
Now, he couldn't do it, could he? He couldn't bring himself to say that he condemns what this Reform UK councillor did. Now, I don't agree with Keir Starmer on a lot of things, but when he said that it doesn't matter where you are on the political spectrum, there's no place for political violence, is there?
A death threat to a member of this House, whichever party they are in. He doesn't have the decency or the backbone to condemn it.
Full stop. I also think his lack of any condemnation delegitimises his own question. Fagash seemed more interested in a person from another part of the world solely for his own political gain. He only showed interest in the Chagos Island when Labour got in. Never before, really, was it? But couldn't be asked to condemn a Reform UK councillor who tweeted that a female standing Labour MP, Natalie Fleet, should be shot. It's a bit odd, isn't it? But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below and I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.